Very, very difficult, guys. This week it wasn't difficult, but since you know our strategy, we didn't really have trades to take. Though we took some trades in the yeah, I had one loss, the trade I took. Then around today I took two setups, though it was like one setup, but I had two sets of entries that gave me profits. Then yesterday, anyway, we're going to break it down a little bit. So yes, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. So let's go to the daily. I want us to break down everything and why GBP is shooting like this. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the messages that I've been sending to the group. GBP has been in an uptrend. Reason being, the dollar is gaining weakness and all these other pairs are gaining strength. We can see that using the dollar index. Let's see the dollar index. So this is the dollar index that has been dropping. This was just a kind of retracement. Let me remove all this drawing. So this was a small retracement, then the drop. So this is a solid downtrend for the dollar. Like, I mean, weakness for the dollar. It's just weakness down all the way to down this side. So right now, the reason why it's gaining strength is someone would say his technicals are right. Yeah, which I may align with. Reason being, we have reached the support zone. You get. So we expect a pushback, but that's not true because right now we are seeing a bullish move until it shows us that this move is willing to change. We shall be stuck on a bullish move. That's on GBPUSD. So let's just analyze our GBPUSD. So this is the uptrend we have been in since we saw the market break this zone. Let me get a clear chart and first break it down for you as well. I have to break it down. So this may be my longest review for now. Yeah, so we have GBP in this uptrend, right? And we have it breaking this high. Oh, I know I painted it, so the opacity is too supposed to be around here. I like it like that. So we have GBP's uptrend, then we have a break to the upside. So it's like a retest. So we expect a push to the upside, right? Because it broke this higher high to give us a new higher high, then a higher low. It's higher than this low, then a higher high. It's like a double top. That's why if we see it breaking back in, we may say the trend has changed slightly because we haven't seen the break of this low. This low here, this low. I'll take this whole thing, but since I take previous lows, I'll take this. So if G doesn't break this, it's still an uptrend, right? So let's just go to the 4-time frame. And you see, this is the double top that's happening right now. Right now, that's why we sold. Now I'm going to show you why we sold and all the reasons. Let's go back to the chart. Since it will help me remember the trades that I took, the trades that I sent to you guys. And to other guys who are not on this live. You turn on this. It's kind of cold in here. That's why I'm in the jacket. Yeah. Sorry about this. So this is the 4-time frame. And you all know in the 4-time frame, it's what I use to gain to determine the trend or the main trend for the week. As you guys know the strategy of highs and lows of the week. I saw someone in group talking about the ICT and weekly low, weekly high, something like that, using weekly candles. Guys, I won't even reach the weekly time frame. Of course, I won't ask me your questions in the next session, but yes, this trend line has been broken. And Diego, I saw Diego timing this zone. He sent me a chart at around 5 and was timing this zone. But yes, I told you when we were looking at the aggressive break and how we trade this trend line. The fourth touch sometimes can hold, but the third touch is the best. If you get a third touch, it's the best trade you're going to take. Trust me. The third touch Then when a trend line is broken like this, we wait for a retest. Now, if you see a retest on the 4-hour time frame, let me just show you guys how good this retest can be. You see this trend line has been broken. Reason being, this was the first touch, point A, point B, and we have the point C in there. If I remove this tick, let me first remove this tick. This is point C. So we have the fourth break, which is supposed to be the fourth touch. But guys, if we get a retest in there, it will be pulling back to this psychological level. That's 1.45. And we shall have the confluence of a psychological level and a broken trend line. That's a retest. So what do you expect? And around here, there's a fib zone. That's the 38.2 zone. That's why we sell this market if it pulls back. But we don't sell it blindly. Since it's a bigger time frame, we go down to smaller time frames. We go to like the 1-hour time frame or the 15-minute time frame and look for reasons why we are going to sell like the M patterns in the like smaller M patterns that they sell. So basically this week our strategy wasn't in play. Reason being the market first faked us to the downside, then flashed up and went up. Yeah. So it was really undecisive. So someone was saying fundamentals don't move the market. Fundamentals move this market. Even though technical analysis is like our cult as retail traders. That's how we follow. But these banks don't know retail. I mean, don't know technical analysis. I think a little bit, maybe, but I doubt. I highly doubt if they follow technical analysis. They just follow the money. They look at the money is. Remember when I told you about clearing companies? They look at where the money is. So they look at round up numbers and they say, want the foreign exchange between the two economies to reach this price. Want the dollar versus the pound to push to this price. That's when we shall be able to say that, yeah, let's reduce a bit. Or let's pump money into the market to reduce. That's why you see today's candles were kind of big. Look at 3 candles made the day on the 4-hour time frame. Only 3 candles give us this pull. That's why these are institutional candles, momentum candles to the downside. These guys are trying to push back the pound to a specific point that the dollar wants it to be. So this was our main trend, uptrend. So let's just go to the 1-hour time frame to look for the current trend. So the week began from here. So this was our current trend, the bullish move. So we had first had the fake out. So we're supposed to short from here. We lost this trade. Reason being, our trend line was there again. Some of you know this confluence again. I don't want to bring back trend lines, but that's it. I don't know if I'm perfect. But I think I delete trend line. Okay, let's wait perfectly. It's not anticipated. So this was where our trend line is. First touch, it moved again from here. Took it down like this. So this trend line was valid for me at this point. And since our week was supposed to be bearish, the way I'd seen it, but since we're in a bullish move on the bigger time frame, expected a pullback here, find a psychological level and another confluence that you guys know. Then we short this pair up to down this side. That would be 50 pips. Now, I told you guys in the previous week, it's always 50 pips. Good. Aim for 50 pips on GBP. GBP doesn't push for more than, if it reaches 100, the next day it's going to give you only 50 pips. Yes. So this trend line was too strong. It was too strong. And the only bias I had for it to shoot up was this was like a wedge. Yes. This was like a wedge. So the extension happened to this psychological level. Now you can see that the market closed exactly at that psychological level. You get. So now when it broke this, I was like, "Hi, shit, it's done." That's to come back and pull. So this was like a retest, and the market started shooting up. So when it pulled back in, I still had my bias for short. Since remember our bullish candle was short. I mean the 4-hour candle was short. So I expected this M to hold. Reason being the psychological level was there. It was right there. And this was like my zone. I'm sure there's an order block around here. If we use our order block with signals, our order block was around here. So the market pushed up, that broken our zone, pushed back at the psychological level. I told you guys 50 pips, you're good. You're good. So of course there are some details I won't be mentioning, but in the next level when you look at it. Yeah, so market pushed back in here, formed this M. So when it came and gave us this M, we sold the market, right? Remember, this is we sold this market. I sold this market to the psychological level right here. So remember the setup I sent you guys. I was like, the market has to come back here and give us the third touch. The third touch is the powerful touch. Now let me explain the strategy, how it came about. The M pattern was here. My take profit was there. But remember when I sent the setup, I left this box here. Again, I left this box here. So what did I expect? Okay, I'm recording session as well. So what did I expect? A pump to the upside, but I went out of my trading plan to sell this market from here to there. I wanted to buy it from here. But I didn't keep track of news. And CPI pumped the market. Yo, what is CPI? There's some news there. Pumped the market back up. Like, yo, I literally missed the best move of the day in seconds. So another confluence would be there's this, a support. So I would have taken psychological level. Is everyone not getting me clearly though? I'm saying honestly, like, is it my internet? I'm not getting clearly. So is anyone getting with the video? I wonder how it is. Let's just continue with the live. Let me remove this video thing. I think it's what it is. That's all. Video has to go. So now I was saying, so we're talking about this trade. So this trade, let me repeat that since it will be easier to cut out. So the movement happened to this push, came and gave us support. Then after this support, we have another support that comes with news. I think it was CPI or PPI that pushed this market up. So we had our confluence of third touch of the trend line. This can be counted as a W pattern or a head and shoulders. I don't know if I've told you guys about it. So this is like a head and shoulders too. I hope you guys can see this head and shoulders. See this move. So this was the exact reason why I wanted to buy this market. So this was supposed to buy, but I wanted to sell it too. So that's when my trading plan caught up with me. So this was supposed to be our head and shoulders to push us up here from this level here. So that's how we took this profit, but didn't get the major profit that would have given us all these pips from here straight up to this psychological level. Those would be almost 100 pips. So we missed that. So what happens? The next day is here. So I draw out this rectangle in here and I expect, oh, we're looking at, damn, we're supposed to be on the 15-minute time frame and no one noticed that. So we're supposed to be on this time frame, you guys, 15 minutes, no one noticed. So this would be our W pattern. So this candle, if this wasn't for news, would have got this as a confirmation. We wanted just a small engulfing here. Small engulfing to confirm the buy. But that didn't happen. Just came and pumped the market back up to here. So most times when news is coming in, we start entering on such a candle, this bearish one. Because we see 1, 2, 3 weeks. Always count the weeks, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sharing out information. Count the weeks, 1, 2, 3 weeks. Check the trade. So when news is coming in, like it's 3, and they say 3 sharp, start entering smaller positions. So at 3:15, the market will try to push down with this last candle. That's when you go crazy with the stacking. Like you add like one more position, but set your stop loss immediately. Now, what's the skill of adding a stop loss? We're going to see it in the next session, just after this. The stop loss of adding, the stop loss of news. We're going to look at that. So, regardless, bearish or bullish. Now, for news, guys, news follows technical analysis. Always look at our technical analysis. Our technical analysis was right. This was the third touch of a trend line. You have to adjust this trend line on the 1 hour time frame. There's a W pattern. You get. There's also a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. So when news is coming in and we don't expect the second leg to form, but we already have a confluence. So we're going to we already have a confluence. Even though it's pumping lower, like even though it's going lower, add smaller positions. This is when the cost averaging system steps in. The cost averaging system steps in so that if you're right, you're going to be in losses towards news. It's obvious you're going to be in losses. Don't expect profit. But know that when it pumps, you're going to be on the good side. And don't enter your whole entire lot size when a news event is coming in. No. So if my total lot is 0.10 or 0.50, you get, what will I do? I'll enter smaller lots which total. If I'm using 0.50, I'll enter smaller lots that total to 0.20. This is the skill. Then I'll put buy stops up here. You get, I'll put bigger positions up here. That meaning the total lot is going to be 0.50. So that when the spread comes in, that huge spread, I'll be already shooting. Remember, the spread won't come and go opposite. No, it will first spike to the right direction or the wrong direction. So what do? In news, it's not about getting a move for a long time. It's a quick scalp. That's why it helps you move so fast. You get. So what do? Put your take profit. Put your take profit of these big lots. You put your take profit like on this psychological level. Imagine you put a huge lot here and you put your take profit there. It's a very fast scalp, like literally, let's go. Before even you notice, your take profit is hit and you have these smaller ones to close out. They are smaller. You already took your entire good profit. You get. So when news pumped up, I added smaller positions here like this one. I don't know if it was this news though. I don't know if yeah, it was this news. I entered because I expected this news, this candle, this bullish one to come back and close on this psychological level. Since yeah, this was CPI. CPI had a habit. Now, you guys, I always tell you that your consistency, your profitability starts with your psychology, and then your ability to tell that I've seen this happen in the previous times, so I expect this action to repeat itself. You get. So when I saw this, I was like, CPI always goes, it's a both teams to score. I expected this candle to come and close here and maybe go downwards, but that didn't happen this time around. Reason being, the dollar was weak. So immediately it gave me this candle, entered huge lots. Market came back, created a wick. Immediately it came in here. I closed. I think I did that twice to two types of news. No, it was only this one. So I took out profit. Ernest was like, how did you do it? How did you do it? Remember, I'm texting you on the phone. I'm using a laptop for news. I have MT4 on all my laptops, I think. Yeah. I can't, the MacBook gives me too much stress. I don't use a MacBook at any point. Maybe if I'm going out somewhere. So I enter my positions, just a click, like ta 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 ta. Then I set a stop loss. It's very easy on the laptop. So market came here. When it came back to this strong point, I knew this point has been broken. I took profit. I did. Because I expected the market to come, retest this broken level, and continue to the upside. But this is not my trading time, so the market just came. This was Asian range. Market came, played in there, but that was my analysis. Because my take profit was literally this psychological level. Why? It's a major psychological level of 1.25 thousand. You get. the major ones hold. Remember this case, the major psychological levels hold. So don't you see there's action here? I'm going to show you guys in a few. So what happened? Asian session is playing around, playing around. So I wake up at 5 a.m. I see this. I draw my rectangle so well. Next day knowing I'm going to send a signal, guys, I want to milk. This was so sure. A rectangle is a continuation pattern. But to be so sure, wait for it to break to either side and retest. So what happens? I go for my run. Coming back, I've missed the entry. The market is already here. I'm like, oh, that's when I text you guys that we missed our first entry. But when the market comes back to this level, that's the trend line here. That's the trend line here. Like this. Why? This is point A, point B, point C. Right? We're waiting for a third touch. So what happens? Again, I go off my trading plan. This is the how insane your trading plan is. I go off my trading plan and I want to sell to this level. I sell to the psychological level before buying. The market does it to me. Again, with what? With news, guys. It does it. It does it again with news. Now, this is the trade where I entered huge positions and they closed. Not this PPI. This was CPI. This was CPI. Then this, I think, this was PPI. I'm not so sure again. So, market comes. I see this engulfing. I'm like, I think it was Ernest or it was King. I tell them, man, I'm not going to take that buy, but I've already taken some profit, right? So what happens? News comes in, we have seen an engulfing. So if you use a line chart, let's say a line chart, if we can get a W pattern. Now there's a W pattern using the line chart. W pattern. Yeah, line chart is always perfect. So the market creates an engulfing. This was supposed to be the entry. This candle. But of course, with the cost averaging system, entries don't matter. You can, if you're willing to risk on the cost averaging system, entries don't matter. Of course, you have to be well aware of the candles you're seeing. You can't be entering cost averaging system and yet there are huge candles like big momentum candles. You can't. You're going to be stopped out. So the market comes up, goes up. Our technical analysis is right, but I'm not there to take the trade. And the market had come back to retest this level. Now, where's the skill at? Where is the skill at, guys? If you backtest, always backtest your trades when the day begins. What do you see? The same move happened here. The market came back. This would be our first entry to the upside, but it comes back to confirm to you that, hey, I'm giving you another chance to enter the market. Create something like a W and goes up. It does the same here. Creates a W, then again comes back. It does the same here. Creates a W to this level and comes back for another entry. Then I didn't take this because this was Asian, right? I don't trade the Asian session, so why am I there? I didn't come into Forex to spend a lot of time on the chart trying to get every trade that is there. Diego, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. In fact, I think I let me mute you. I can't hear you. Guys, if you have any comments or questions, just throw them in the chat box. I'll be able to see them. So W pattern here. 1, 2, 3. And we didn't actually take these trades, guys. Our work should be to send the setups and we discuss about it like, yo, inbox me, guys. We're going to get a new group for all guys. We're going to get a new group. I'm seeing this thing is costing us a lot. It's costing us a lot, so I'm going to bring back the groups though. If we see that it's deviating us from what we're supposed to be doing, we shall close the group. Yeah, but I think we need the group to discuss more about the setups we see, and we should reduce on the dependence, guys. We are here to learn about this thing on our own. Now, for example, Young King hates signals. He literally doesn't want me to send him signals. He's like, man, what happens? What if we just go off grid? You know, you just go off grid. Who would send these signals? Who will help me trade? Who is going to be that help me trade? Don't send me signals. But I send them to him and tell him, man, look at this. There is this pattern. This pattern, the market is going to drop. And I think he learned Forex off us. Though, anyway, guys, one day he will tell you guys his story. So the W pattern is seen, guys. Even here, it does the same character as this. And where is it on? They are all on psychological levels. Literally, psychological level. We have this on a psychological level too. And we have this on a psychological level. But we are literally, we are all in our mind. That was in our mind was this week is bad. This week is bad. This week is bad. But literally, trades were there for us to take buys, but we didn't see it. Like I started saying this analysis on Thursday. Thursday, that was like, oh my God, this is a repeated pattern. Thursday, because I focus on one pair and make sure I see or know what's going on. Like what's going on. I want to know what's going on. So market does the W, comes back here. Never sell from this level. Why is selling? Why is selling? Why are you selling? Ask yourself reasons why. I'm only seeing an M pattern. There's no other reason. There's no psychological level. There's no trend line. There's no order block. Why are you selling? I wouldn't sell, but I would sell from here. I would buy from here because I have a, the market has come back to retest the psychological level. I'm seeing a trend line there. And this is W pattern on the line chart. The confirmation is here. This would be the right one. This would be the right buy because there's a W pattern. Yes, a W pattern can be a reversal pattern. Now, forget baby pips. Forget baby pips. It was printed long time ago. W pattern can be a continuation pattern for us. Look at this. Now, this is a reversal W pattern. There is a psychological level there. There is a low of the week, and we see that engulfing here. If this was Thursday, I would be buying this market. And literally, we have an order block. This is an order block, guys. This is an order block. So the market pumped from this level. Where would I get in again? Where would I get in again? Forget this trend line. This. Let me delete this. So why would you buy from here? Why would you buy? Point A, point B. Take the week. I take the week. I take the week always. I take the week of the candle. I want to know about the body. No, I don't want to be lied with a fake out. Yet the market is still in its trend. I don't want to be caught up in a fake out that I take the week, I draw the trend line maybe like this, and I think, oh, this trend line has been broken. Anyway, this would be kinda, if you left this trend line here, you'd get this trade. You would literally get this trade from up here. But that wouldn't be a right trade because we have no close contact to the psychological level. Though it's close, you would risk it with the cost averaging system. Small positions, test the market a little bit. If your total lot is 0.10, test the market with 0.01, 0.01, two positions and close. Don't be tempted to add. That's when your psychology comes in play. I'm going to show you guys in the next session how psychology is. So let's delete this trend line. So this would be my second touch. Third touch would be my buy from here. Though I wouldn't. Tell me why I wouldn't take this trade. Why? I have no third confluence. I have no third confluence. I trade confluences. But someone would tell me, I have a third confluence. Someone sharp would do this. Let me show you what someone sharp would do. Saying, I'm in an uptrend and I'm seeing the market break this level. You get it? The market came, broke this level, broke. I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't trust that. That's the reason why I wouldn't buy from there. Because the market is just doing it has broken out, again broken in, again broken out. No, I wouldn't be deceived like that. So I would leave this school. And of course, it doesn't go for long. Asian session is here. Most people like the Asian session because of, I used to trade the Asian session because of slow market movement. Literally, I would open a huge lot size and watch it and swan in one place. But then I was trading NASDAQ. Now someone tells me why were you trading NASDAQ at a time when it's not okay to trade Nasdaq at that time. I'm like, the market is open. As long as I can get a move, I'll get a move. And as milking Nasdaq, it was my best pair to trade in the Asian session. I'll literally just sleep during the from around 3 p.m. to around 8. Then I analyzed Nasdaq and I wait for around 11. I enter the market. It was crazy. So Asian session comes in. I find the chart here. You get what do I wait for? I'm like, if it comes back here, I may buy. But no, I may buy, but I have no psychological level. This is how I'm analyzing. So I draw the this thing you found. Emma is preparing to buy. I'm like, yeah, it's a buy. I wanted to send it out. Now, sometimes, guys, I take setups that I don't send to you guys. Do you know that? I send setups that I don't send to you guys. Reason being, I feel it's too risky. And I don't want people to lose their money. Yeah, so I was going to trade this, but I wasn't sure. I was only seeing a trend line, no W pattern. It's like a break and retest, but it's on a lower time frame. I'm like, nah, it may not be a nice trade. And I'm seeing smaller candles. Like it's showing that the market is getting done. The market is getting done. So what do? I run to the daily time frame. Is it the daily before time frame? I run to the daily time frame. Let's go the 4 time frame series. So I reach there and I'm like, this market is not so good. Reason being, it's in an area of reversal because it has come back to this high. You get. So what will I be looking for? This would confirm that I'm going up, but no. I'm like, no, I won't risk that. I won't risk that. Then what do I see? I see a candle pretending to break this level. And it closed, the candle closed bearish. I'm like, okay, this is the risk, but you won't take that risk too much. I'm like, oh, I send the setup. Let's remove this first. So I send the setup to group, I mean to individually. I sent it to individuals. So I'm like, if this market breaks this level and comes back, this was my first bias, comes back, touches here, I would enter the market for the 1 hour time frame and sell. This would be my take profit because I have a bias that the market comes back to where it started from, right? So what do I do? What do I do next? I'm watching now. I'm waiting. I see the market pumping up, but it has pumped up, and the next candle is too small. Next candle is it's getting bigger. Then in my head, I'm like, I've seen this candlestick pattern. It's a complex candlestick pattern. 3 candles. It's time. It's time to short. The market has failed to create a higher high, and it then seemed to be pushing further. It has broken this trend line, broken back in, but I'm seeing this candle again coming back. I say adding positions, smaller positions. I'm like, tight stop loss, 10 pips, 10 pips. Say entering. Yeah, I'm sure now. Immediately this one closed bearish. Say adding huge 0.10, 0.10. This market didn't come back. So this was like my break and retest. Maybe my trend line wasn't perfect enough. Maybe it wasn't perfect enough. Maybe I missed something there. Of course, I catch up. That's why I test slow, small. You never know it was even this small peep move here that made me wrong. Again, that would make me wrong. But I've tested the market 0.01. Even when I was trading small accounts, where my total lot would be 0.05, I would enter one position of 0.01. Of course, they have the bias where they tell you 0.01 won't remove you from your brokenness, but those are lies. Imagine you enter 100 0.01 or even 20. You've managed your risk, you've reached 0.20, and you're good to go. So I sold. The market reached here. I expected it to come back to this order block. Guys, remember, I don't know anything about SMC. I just got a strategy that works for me. But of course, if you ask me questions, I'll answer them. So I expect this market to pull back to around the 61.8, like here. Let's pull a fib. You get 61.8. I want it to pull back to this level and maybe retest this broken area. I see that broken area. Let's remove this. Let's remove this too. This is the broken area I'm saying. You get. So I wanted it to come back here or here. Like my bias was now sells. And I want to see sells now. So I wanted the market come back here after finding my strong support. The market stopped here. Respected this low. Meaning respected, broke this low. Is supposed to be a retest. So guys, take the break and retest. Break and retest. If a low is broken, wait for the retest of that low. So I have this retest. I added more position this time. So I saw that many people are going to miss out on the move. I sent out an if it comes back here, sell this market. Reason being there is a psychological level, and there is a break and retest of the low, and there's a trend line. This would be the third touch. So what happens? I still have some positions running up here, some here running. So news comes in, pumps the market. I don't know where it first went because I wasn't on the chart, but I came back and found myself in profit like down here. So I came back like 2 minutes after the news had dropped and I was in profit. I was running in profit already. So my stop loss was above here, above the 61.8. Reason being, sometimes the market is not perfect. You don't give it can do this. You get it can do that. Reason being, I don't know if you guys see the small thing. I think it can do that. An extension can happen. This extension is not 50 pips. You get it's still possible. You get it's just 13 pips. Our stop loss is always 20 pips down here. So I expected my stop loss was still above the 61.8 here. I was like, if it comes back here, then news has taken me out. I'm done for the week. It's a bad week for me. Market melted and closed below our trend line, making our third touch valid and pushed back down. Guys, wow, market pushed back. So what happens? Where would you enter another entry from? Back test your, if you see something that's repeating yourself, write it down in your journal. Highlight this point. This candle will break. Wait for retest and do what you want to do with small lots. Don't enter a big lot here because it can pump back to this level to confirm the move. Enter a small lot, small lot, small lot. At least you'll make something. You'll make something. If you didn't enter from here, you enter here. Guys, Habi is one of the guys who taught me Forex. So if you see me in these groups, just respect. So pump back, pushed back, it failed to engulf this candle, meaning the trend was still on. Pump back down here. So this would be this was my take profit, this psychological level. So again, it broke this trend line, retested. So it was just up to you to find the right move. So there's this order block here, that order block. The market bypassed it, now an extension. This is an extension. So it's giving us if this was Thursday, it would pull back to 61.8 around here and push back to the upside. You get to maybe here. Then I would sell again. You get that's how I trade Forex. I would sell again from here. Or I would wait for it. If I wouldn't sell, it would form an M pattern. This space is too much. It would form an M pattern there and slowly go down. So we'd be waiting for in the morning at around 8 to take a sell setup. So that's the trade we had for the week. It wasn't a good week, but I believe next week we shall have a good streak. We shall have a good streak. If the market is moving nicely, we shall have a good streak next week. So what would I do to this trend line? To this point? This is my point, but I would leave this trend line since it's still valid. I'll just push it down like this. And what would you do? It would confirm my move here. Confirm my move around there. So I'll just be waiting for an M pattern in there since this trend line is still valid. Yeah. So If Jimmy was in this live, he would tell you guys that this is an M pattern. It's crazy, the M's and W's. So he would tell you, yeah, this is an M pattern in here. Continue steady. And this is a retest of the neckline to shoot down. Indeed. So guys, let's end this live. Let's go to ours and we discuss more about this. So let me close this. Let me end this here.